It's a beautiful morning this morning, and other beautiful opportunity to give you the stories on the pages of newspaper today. My name is Babajide Ekundayo, and we have 5 major newspapers to review with you this morning. Of course, you know we do the Punch first, and after that we go to the Daily Sun. We have Nigerian Tribune to review with our viewers this morning. We have The Nation, we have The Guardian, and we'll be ending today's newspaper review with our Daily Independence. Sit back and relax, and let's go through the pages of this paper and let's see what we have for us this morning, today, Thursday. Of course, the major headline on the front page of the Punch this morning says, Petroleum Industry Act, states tackle federal government today as FAAC meets. NBA advises governors. We will review the law at FAAC today and disclose our position. Benue Commissioner. Challenge Petroleum Industry Act in court. NBA Ozekome tell state governments. The full story is captured by the Punch this morning, and it is on the second page of the Punch this morning. Let's get to see what we have above the major headline of the Punch this morning. Above the major headline of the Punch this morning, World Bank, AFDB, orders to fund 4.89 trillion naira budget deficit. The full story is on page 21. The Punch has it this morning. Call for self-defense. ACF, Middle Belt backed Masari, Ohaneze flies governors. Sokapo faults arms ban. We will challenge Southern Kaduna arms ban in court. Sokapo. Get the full story on page 9 as captured by the Punch newspaper this morning. IT investment dropped by $53 million in 1 year. The full story is on page 21 of the Punch. PIA full implementation in 2022. Nigeria loses $50 billion investment. Get a full story also on page 2. The Punch has it this morning. Let's get to say what we have below the major headline of the Punch this morning. Lalong begs warning groups. Government kill 5, 4 missing. The full story is on page 11 as given by the Punch this morning. FEC approves $658 million for sniff-out dogs. Education orders 21 billion naira. The full story is also on the Punch this morning, and you can get it on page 22. Ogun driver accuses security firm of abandonment after suffering stroke. The full story is on page 4, and you can get the balance on page 5. Doctor strike. NMA means NARD Friday. Patients resort to self-care. The full story is also on page 8 of the Punch this morning. APC releases timetable for September 4 local government congresses. Page 12 of the Punch has it. Lastly, on the Punch this morning, Oyo youth protests while candidates killing. Blame Amotekun. You can get the full story also on page 4 as published by the Punch this morning. Let's proceed to what we have for you on the Daily Sun this morning. The major headline on the Daily Sun this morning says, Yoruba, Igbo, Arewa, Middle Belt elders back Masari's self-defense call. Says situation has reached point where Nigerians must take destiny in their hands. The full story is on page 6 as published by the Daily Sun this morning. Above the major headline of the Daily Sun this morning, Olu of Warri, Delta CP deploys 1,000 personnel for coronation. The full story is on page 4. The Daily Sun has it this morning. Southeast leaders creating confusion in IPOB. Kanu's lawyer alleges. The full story is captured today on the page 6 of the Daily Sun. Let's go to what we have for you on the Daily Sun. We are currently on the below the major headline of the Daily Sun this morning. It says, police confirm deaths of 7 family members in Osun. Government orders immediate investigation and autopsy. The full story is on page 4 as captured by Daily Sun this morning. UAE removes Nigeria from visa on arrival list. UAE removes Nigeria from visa on arrival list. The full story is also on page 8 as captured by the Daily Sun this morning. Lagos gets committee to flush out street beggars. Hawkers. Get the full story on page 3. Igbo court extends restraining order on DSS, AGF. Awards 50,000 naira costs against federal government. Get a full story on page 4 as captured by Daily Sun this morning. Nigeria lost 50 billion US dollar worth of investment in 10 years over non-passage of PIB. Buhari, the full story is on page 7. UNEP reports Mosop loud shifting of high prep office in Ogoni. The full story is also on page 7 of the Daily Sun this morning. Lastly, on the Daily Sun this morning, federal government will deploy 658 million naira dogs at Lagos Abuja Airport, installs dual body scanners in another 4. The full story is also captured this morning on the Daily Sun newspaper. You can get it on page 7 of the Daily Sun newspaper today. Let's proceed to what we have on the Nigerian Tribune. On the Nigerian Tribune this morning, the major headline says, Nigeria lost 50 billion investment in 10 years to petroleum industry stagnation. The full story is on page 6 and of course on page 4. It's coming from the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari. He names Silver head of PIA Implementation Committee. It's a win-win for Niger Delta, APC government. The full story is on page 4, and you can get the balance of the story on page 6. Above the major headline of the Punch this morning, 2022 budget, registration of Facebook, Twitter to boost 10.104 trillion naira revenue target, FIRS boss. Musk plan to introduce road tax. The full story is on page 7 as published by the Nigerian Tribune this morning, today, Thursday, 19 August 2021. AGF asks court to dismiss Igbo's suit. Get the full story on page 8 as published by the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Affair on Thursday. Nigeria does not need new states. Bags is on the back page of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. APC Local Government Congress to hold September 4. The full story is captured on page 25 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. United States freezes billions of dollars in Afghan reserves, blocks Taliban access to cash. Get the full story on page 25. As published by the Nigerian Tribune this morning, 1,000 policemen deployed to worry ahead Olu's coronation. The full story is also captured this morning by the Nigerian Tribune, and you can get the full story on page 8. Court freezes 86 banks' accounts of Forex trading platform. Get the full story on the second page of the Nigerian Tribune. Those using children to beg for arms risk 10 years imprisonment in Lagos. The full story is on page 28. The Nigerian Tribune has it. Beetling economy. Sanusi has vindicated us. PDP. The full story is on page 5. Protests in Ibadan over killing of 15-year-old apprentice. He was killed by Amotekun residents alleged. No, we did not. Amotekun. The full story is on page 28. You can get a copy of the Nigerian Tribune this morning and read more of this story. Bandits attack Zamfara village, kill 11, abduct 40. Abducted Zamfara students in video, beg government for ransom. The full story is on page 9. The Nigerian Tribune has it this morning. Government kill 6 in fresh Plateau attacks. Taraba government evacuates students from Plateau. The full story is on page 29 as published by the Nigerian Tribune this morning. That is all we have on the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Let us proceed to what we have for you on the Nation. On the Nation this morning, today, Thursday, 19th August 2021. You're still watching the Gallery TV newspaper review. And of course, we've given you the Punch. We've given you the Daily Sun. We've given you the Nigerian Tribune. We are currently proceeding to giving you what we have for you on the Nation this morning. Follow me into the front page of the Nation this morning as we take the major headline. It's talking about the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, says 50 billion US dollar investments lost in 10 years without oil sector law. Silver's implementation panel on PIA gets 12 months mandate. You can get this full story on the front page of the Nation this morning, and you can complete the story on page 4 of the Nation this morning. Quickly, let's go to what we have above the major headline of the Nation this morning, today, Thursday, 19th August 2021. Above the major headline of the Punch this morning, gunmen kill 17 in Zamfara, Plateau State, 50 abducted. The full story is on page 3, is on page 8, as captured by the Nation this morning. Court turns down government request to dismiss Igbo's suit. The full story is on page 5, as captured by The Nation this morning. NNPC targets ventures in gas-fired 5,000. NNPC targets ventures in gas-fired 5,000. The full story is on page 27. Government attacks empty bullion van in Ondo. Government attack empty bullion van in Ondo. The full story is also on page 8, as captured by The Nation this morning. Below the major headline of The Nation, this morning, blasphemy case. Sharia court to rule on Ehsan's appearance. The full story is on the front page of The Nation this morning, and you can get the balance on page 4. FEC approves 21.11 billion naira for aviation, education, others contract. The full story is also on page 8, as published by The Nation this morning. That's all we have on The Nation this morning. Join me, let's quickly go to what we have on The Guardian. The major headline on The Guardian this morning, today, 19th August 2021. The major headline on The Guardian this morning says, 20 years on, telcos attain 297 million phones line, fail to financial inclusion, security. Get a full story as captured by The Guardian this morning on the front page of The Guardian, and you can get the balance on page 2. Above the major headline, that's the editorial page. It's talking about federalism is the answer after all for 3. Get a full story as captured as the opinion of The Guardian editor this morning. You can get a copy of The Guardian this morning to satisfy your curiosity. Youth protest alleged killing of 14-year-old boy by Oyo Amotekun. The news story is on page 7. The Guardian has it this morning. 6 killed in fresh Jos attack. Governor convenes security meeting. Metro page 12 of The Guardian has the story. Crime rates heightens as Lagos Neighborhood Watch goes award. The news is on the Metro page 12 of The Guardian this morning. Local aviation loses 11.6 billion naira yearly to poor ground handling rate. The full story is also on business page of The Guardian this morning. Get it on page 21. PIA implementation begins next year. Buhari tax steering committee on 12 months deadline says Nigeria lost $50 billion worth of investment in 10 years. PGF says act is APC's commitment to economy restructuring. All these are captured by The Guardian this morning. You can get it on the front page of The Guardian and complete the story on the second page of The Guardian. Let's go to what we have on the Daily Independent this morning. Lastly, on the Gallery TV newspaper review this morning, we'll be giving you the update on the Daily Independent this morning. Today, Thursday, August 19, 2021. The major headline on the Daily Independent this morning says, expect benefits of Petroleum Industry Act from 2023. That is from FIRS. Target 10.104 trillion naira revenue in 2022. Says Twitter, Facebook coming into tax debt. The full story is on the front page of the Daily Independent this morning. Let's get to see what we have above the major headline of the Daily Independent this morning. Today, Thursday, August 19, 2021. 4.973 trillion naira missing from Federation account. Auditor General. The full story is on the front page of the Daily Independent this morning, and you can get a balance on page 4. FEC okays 658 million naira for deployment of dogs to Lagos Abuja Airport. Approves 21.11 billion naira for aviation, education orders. The full story is also captured on the front page of Daily Independent, and you can get the balance on page 30 of the Daily Independent. Let's go to the below me, the major headline of the Daily Independent this morning. Court rejects AGF DSS plea to dismiss Sunday Igboho suit. The full story is on page 4. Says restraining order still subsists. The full story is on page 4 of the Daily Independent this morning. We are working to regulate social media. Minister. The full story is on page 5. COVID-19. Osinbajo harps on need for innovation action in vaccine manufacturing. Get the full story on page 5 of the Daily Independent this morning. APC fixes LGA congresses for September 4. That's on page 30. Police deployed 1,000 for Olu of Warri's Saturday's coronation. Get the full story on page 5. Flood hit 32 states as Buhari chides governors for ignoring warning. The full story is also on page 30 of the Daily Independent this morning. Uncertainty under investment in oil industry gone. Buhari, Steering Committee on Petroleum Industry Act says host communities will get real lasting benefit. The full story is on the front page of the Daily Independent this morning, and you can get to complete the story on page 5 of the Daily Independent this morning. That is all we'll be taking on the Gallery TV newspaper review this morning. Just join us by 12 o'clock, and of course, do join Big Black Daddy and Annex by 1 o'clock for another beautiful episode of their program. And of course, by 4 o'clock, we bring you another news update. Just kindly join us and follow us across all our social media platforms and to get the news as it breaks on the Gallery TV. My name is Abajide Ekundayo. Do have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining us. Bye for now.
Good news to all Lagos residents, especially owners of landed properties. Payment of land use charge has now been made easy through an online platform known as Lola. Lola is Lagos online assistance platform where payment of land use charge is possible through a WhatsApp-only message on 0815-433-3883. This Lola platform, initiated by the Lagos State Ministry of Finance, will make the payment of land use charge possible anytime, any day, and anywhere, without any third-party involvement. For more information, please visit www.lola.ng or luc.lagostate.gov.ng. Lola, the easiest way to pay your Lagos State land use charge. Always remember, Ìgbéga Ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó àjùmọ̀ṣe ni.